In this food adventure, I'm attempting to finish a monster cheeseburger challenge only one person has been able to defeat, and in order to win, I'll have to finish it in under the 30-minute time limit in order to get it free, a free shirt or hat of my choice, and my picture up on the wall of fame. So what exactly goes into this 5,562 calorie monster burger challenge? Well, here at the Shack Burger Parlour in Mandurah of Western Australia in Australia, it all starts with a giant burger patty and several fat slabs of bacon.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Then of course, what's a cheeseburger without slapping some cheese on there? Then while those are cooking up, they sauce up some buns with their signature Shack sauce. Next, they add some shredded coleslaw, and it's a shame you don't get to see those pretty colors, as it all just gets covered by that hot juicy meat. Then after that comes even more protein in the form of some rather unexpected fried chicken. And guess what? We're not even close to finished here, because now come the giant homemade onion rings that are stacked on top, and while we're almost there calorie wise, there's just a couple things left, including some tomatoes and a bit of lettuce, and all of it is capped off with that top bun. And let's not forget about the heaping shovel of double fried chips. But there we are, the monster cheeseburger has been assembled. And the battle is on, as I flip over the bun, dig past those veggies, and get after that hot juicy meat that lays beneath. And just as a quick recap to cover my bases here, this is the Monster Burger Challenge here at the Shack Burger Parlour. 30 minutes to finish the entire meal, and if you win, you get a $50 Australian voucher, a free shirt or hat of your choice, and your picture up on the wall of fame. Now, normally you still pay 59 Australian dollars for the meal, even if you win, but because of your continued support, instead of the voucher, I'll get the meal for free instead. And as I said, only one person has been able to beat this challenge within that 30-minute time limit. And guess what? They actually just went right before me, and I'm sure you can take a guess at who that was. So first things first, before I even get into the burger, which spoiler alert was fantastic, I just have to talk about this first because it's something I rarely do, which is kneeling during a food challenge. And I know, I'm sure you're well aware of a certain eater who does it all the time, but I'm just gonna be honest with you here, I think it absolutely sucks. So it's not the worst, but it's pretty awful, and I really don't enjoy it. And I only do it if I'm in a situation where I think it's the best way to go, which is why I'm doing it here. It's kind of an odd thing, I know, but sometimes there'll be chairs or booths at the restaurant that make you want to naturally lean back and sink into, which prevents you from using your full stomach capacity, and it just makes things overall a bit too uncomfortable. And in this particular case, I didn't want to give myself any sort of handicap, particularly against this colossal monster of a burger. While I continue to chomp away at this monster burger challenge, like I said before, it's a fantastic burger. That fried chicken was really enjoyable. You had this nice, fried texture that was packed with flavor. The bacon here was pretty good too, and I noticed it was more on the tender side, which a lot of the time I find to be a bit overcooked and dried out. But that wasn't the case here, so props to the cook on that. On to that big beef burger patty, and again, the cook did a fantastic job here. Seeing that juicy, greasy goodness was a welcome sight to see. And then you add the cheese in there, it was a tasty delight. This probably doesn't come as a shocker, but those homemade onion rings, they were just the best. You get those nice sweeter flavors from the softer onion on the inside that plays so well with the fried batter and the texture portion on the outside. Again, another item just very good by itself, but I was feeling a little more adventurous. So I tried their onion rings with their signature Shack sauce, which is a chili-based sauce that had a bit of a creamy, tangy, zip quality to it. And I was pleasantly surprised just how well it complemented the sweetness of the onion rings with this sort of back and forth contrast in flavors. I mean, if I didn't think it was that good, surely I wouldn't have done it more than once. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it honest here. Double fried chips sounds good on paper, but chips are chips. which is why I started attacking these to get them out of the way while they were still warm. And by the way, if you made it this far into the video, why don't you take a few seconds to leave a little magic of your own by liking the video and commenting down below your favorite part of this food adventure. Done with the chips, and now all that's left to do is to sink my teeth into those big old buns, baby. And oh man, were they a mouthful, particularly with the coleslaw left in there. But overall, if I had a choice, these are the type of big old buns I enjoy putting in my mouth the most. They were very airy and soft and with just a slightly squishy texture to it. And also, just as a fun fact, these big old buns are made with potato rather than wheat flour, which, had I not learned beforehand, I honestly wouldn't have been able to tell a difference.
Should have done it beforehand.
Don't mind me. I'm just having some difficulties here as I try to open that second bottle of Coke. Not sure if it has to do with my greasy hands or not, but I do have to give a special thank you to Pete here for the assistance, who, by the way, him and his wife Marie were big helps during this part of the trip, and were also cheering me on as I continue to take bite after bite of these massive burger buns. And that right there is how you consume 5,562 calories in just under 16 minutes. Now, good news, for winning, the owner actually gave me both a shirt and a hat, which was a nice little surprise. And of course, with each win comes the iconic post-challenge victory push-ups. While I bust these out, with food baby and all, embark on another adventure by tapping the video on the screen or one of the links in the description down below, and I'll see you there.
There it is.
How many calories is this challenge?
562.
Okay.